Hello. Welcome to episode 84 of Tifosi Time. We're number one, I guess, Italian Serie A podcast in New Jersey. My name is Chris. Frank's not here. I did such a good job last week that we kicked him off the show. So, also, we got a new review. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but it said, quote, all right, guys, let's relax. They don't suck that bad, end quote. That was the review from one of our listeners. Let's see. We got Dan in the house. Say hi.
Hi.
We also got Pietro. He's here. I think he's awake.
Hi.
He didn't walk away yet. That's good.
Frank bailed. He's working.
Yeah, Frank's in. I don't even know what state's he in.
I don't know. We always say that this comes before anything else, and he doesn't agree.
Yeah, he's like never here. We got a lot to talk about. I guess we're going to cover like the Coppa Italia games. And then I guess what week was this? Week 30?
34.
34 games. And we'll mix in some other stuff, maybe some transfer news.
I think it's 50. You said 34?
Is it 30? No, isn't it 35? I don't know. Whatever. It's almost over.
Yeah, thank God it's almost over.
No, our show, it's 34.
Oh, yeah, our show is 84. It's round 34. Oh.
Yeah. So we do got a lot to talk about. I don't know where you guys want to start. You want to start with the Juventus game today versus Sassuolo?
Yeah, we can start with that because that one's not as important as the Inter and the Milan games, which we'll talk about. And then that disgraceful performance from Napoli we'll get to too.
Do you know how I know Kitty sucks?
Go ahead.
Because Moise Kean was able to turn on him and score a goal. That's how I know.
I told you about Kirikesh. I told you a long time ago. It's 4-1.
Just a heads up, the graphic is wrong. It's 2-1 Juventus, not 1-1.
Yes, Juventus did win 2-1. Moise Kean with the late goal. But seriously, that's if Sassuolo had a defense that wasn't half terrible, they'd be top 4 without a doubt.
Oh, they missed the course today. Ferrari.
Yeah, it's a big miss because Kitty sucks. So anyway.
All right, so this game, I mean, with Napoli
losing but excuse me, they missed Ferrari. We missed about 10 people.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, so Juventus just right off the bat, like you didn't get Vlahovic starting. You didn't get, Allegri, played a lot of bench players this game. Rugani started, Bonucci started. Danilo's in the midfield again. You got Sandro on the left back, which always sucks.
But you see, Miretti played less than 5 minutes. I see him good if he plays, this guy.
Yeah, well.
I see him, he's moving. He didn't do nothing except, I see how he moves. The move is good.
Yeah, it's hard to judge 5 minutes of gameplay. But,
no. It's you see right away. You got to move, the way you move. You see a player from there. Listen to me. I was playing the soccer.
You did play, yes. We all played.
I'm more than you.
Listen, I just a heads up. I missed the first half because I was working, and then the second half I was on a phone call, so I really didn't see the game. I was watching the highlights, and all I can tell you is from the highlights I saw, Sassuolo dominated the first half, and their goal. I haven't seen Juventus put a play like that together all season.
I'll tell you one thing.
They put it 2 there.
I tell you, Sassuolo played better for us because he has a better game than us.
Yeah,
but we play like Allegri wants.
Good defense.
Exactly.
Good defense.
Boring.
We hold them, and we can. We have to expect more from some player like Dybala, Vlahovic.
For me, I said it again last week. I wouldn't play Dybala the rest of the season. Dybala's head's not in it. He gives the ball over too much. He goes on the floor. He stays down forever. He doesn't run back anymore. He doesn't.
What are you talking about? I don't agree with you.
No, I don't think. I wouldn't play Dybala. I wouldn't play him.
If you see he's 44 out of form, yeah, I agree. But he scored anyway. But
he did score, yeah.
But as far as running, he wasn't running.
I don't know. I see his head down.
He wasn't running. I mean, we say already that the team kill him. Say, part of the project.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody played with the good spirit in that situation. Nobody actually. What he does a lot. Yeah. But you see, I think at the end, for what I'm seeing lately, It's a Rabiot to look like he wants to stay in Juventus.
Well, that's kind of an issue for me. Dude, I don't want them to re-sign him. Just because he plays 4
Yeah,
games
but
good in a row.
he's signed already for 3 years. It's
I
like
know.
Rams.
I mean, I think they're stuck with him
No,
anyway.
but
But
no. Listen to Daniel. If you play like he's play lately, he can stay on the six or
Yeah, but
midfield.
that's a big if. He hasn't been consistent, and
no, I
Yeah,
agree. He could stay in the 6, but I don't want him starting every game.
Yeah,
like he does.
but he's play well. He's play well.
He's playing better. He's playing better.
You know, I mean, our midfield today are not the classic people that make a good pass in vertical or things like that. They not play well together. I saw him. I saw today even the Danilo play good to me.
Yeah, but it's at the end of the day that's a problem. Danilo shouldn't be playing midfield.
No, but Danilo. You see, if you say Danilo, he play midfield, right? So he play more defensive than he should have played a little bit forward as a midfield. But his front of the defense is good. He did the he did
Yeah,
the
I mean,
line.
I agree with him. I mean, compared to other seasons when he's thrown Danilo in the midfield, he's played way better this year than in like last season in the midfield.
I agree. He's useful there, and he doesn't hurt the team there. But it's a problem. He should not be playing there.
Yeah, but he doesn't have no buy.
With the injuries they have, you can't.
Zakaria, he will become good with the time.
If he
Just
plays
a
him.
matter of form, you know.
All right, my question is, about Bernardeschi. He scored midweek in the Coppa Italia, but from everything I hear is that they're not going to re-sign him. Now, my thing as an organization is you don't play the guy all season. Yeah, he's been hurt. He comes off the bench 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. But now you say you're getting rid of him, and now you play him all of a sudden. Like, where is the strategy of that? Like, why didn't you observe him more in the beginning of the season to make this decision of not re-signing him?
To be honest about Bernardeschi, he's not played that bad.
He's not, but I'm saying they made the decision not to sign him, and now they're just playing him. That doesn't make sense.
You know why it's a decision? Because we have a lot of injury. So it's the main mistake for Allegri was not to play young people.
Mm-hmm.
So because if you would have to play young people from the beginning, you would have a 2-3 player you could count on.
Yeah, exactly.
But since he didn't play no young people, now he has those play.
Yeah,
brother is injured.
Exactly. Now with all the injuries, and if you want to give a guy a rest, you have to play these guys who aren't even going to be a part of the team, like Bernardeschi next year. It's just stupid to me. It's poor management.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be. I'm hoping that's their strategy next year. Let's cut costs there. Let's get rid of his $4 million and play Sole or someone younger. Hopefully.
Yeah, but Christopher, these young kids, even they're good. Even suppose they can be great, you cannot start them as a starter. You know what I mean?
You can. It's just going to be difficult.
Because you see, it's your mistake. You don't value them. Instead to give 5 minutes, you would give 30 minutes to all of these people. You would see what they can do.
Yeah. Speaking on Chesney, and I can't complain about Chesney. He started off poor in the season, but he's had a solid season. That goal from Raspadori near post to get beat like that was kind of weak, even though it was a nice play from Sassuolo.
You see, in there, you have the forward that's a little bit lucky because he has to expect the shot to get on his left too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so he has to worry about that. Yeah. So he went down the left.
Listen, Chesney made some really good saves, and he was unlucky on that play, but still, it's something he should have saved.
Yeah. Speaking about Raspadori, I mean, he's the rumored guy of possibly coming. You got to see a full 90 minutes of him. What are your thoughts on how he played?
I love him.
He played good.
He played good, yeah.
But the point is, with Sassuolo, they play like that to pass. What Allegri say, technical. That's what's technical for me. The way Sassuolo play, they know how to pass the ball. So they don't make a lot of mistake.
Let me ask you a question: why can't Juventus play like that?
Because he doesn't have the player to play like that.
Dybala can't do what they do.
No, it's not just one guy. It's the
Yeah,
whole
but-
team
but
that has
but
to play
You
like
tell
my-
me
that.
Dybala and Vlahovic can't do that.
And
Yeah, but
Morata
no,
all can play
they-
the ball. That's why it's
And all
frustrating.
11 players have to play the ball.
Yeah,
That's why we see the Barkley in Sassuolo in Kirish. He's not belonging there.
Sassuolo, they're fearless. That's what I love about them. They don't give a shit. They'll just
Because
go after you.
if you put a Ferrari instead of Kirish, the Sassuolo become better.
Yeah,
You
that game's
understand?
tied if that's the case.
Man, the Kitty Cash hate is real.
He's not. Come on, he's not good.
Yeah, I know. I just feel
Yeah,
bad
but
when
you have
we
to,
pass
when you
on.
want to play like that, it's all the 11 people that have to play the ball. Even in the goal in that case, because you play up. So the goalie even has to be ready to come up to play as a sweeper. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
the 11. It's not just one player. Plus, if you see Sassuolo, they play with 4 forwards. 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play attacking. Yeah.
Scarborough,
Well, but they're able to do that because
but
they have.
all of them, they play well because they come back.
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna say
They all come back.
they're able to do that because they all run, and Lopez and
Right.
Fratesi are workhorses. Like they'll
And
just
that's
keep
just when
going.
a team play as a team.
Yeah.
Chris mentioned Kane before, and we've ragged on him all season. At least this game, he was active and touched the ball and made some runs and tried to fight. I'll give him that. I mean, yes, it was to me not a. I think the shot wasn't spectacular, but he did go in. So give him credit at least that he scored a goal. It's got to feel good for him.
And then if you see our play, right, way to play. If you're one forward like Vlahovic, where is the midfielder that play together with him, close to him?
They don't. They ignore.
I mean, there is too much space between him and the midfield. They all think one thing is good, Rabiot, when he tried to shoot a goal himself.
Yeah, there's a big
Come
gap.
up, when they come up, Zakaria, Rabiot, they cannot give a good pass to the forward.
Yeah, not
And
accurate.
the last pass, they're wrong. They made
And they can't see through balls with the runs that he makes. They don't hit him. I mean, that's why
he's
we
in
like
the open all the time, and they just don't see it.
and that's why we like McKennie so much, because he will run forward and do interchanging play, give and goes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's frustrating that they're not on the same page as him and don't give him the support that he needs.
Yeah, but you see, when you play as a team, you have to play short pass, move without ball, all the stuff.
Well, but I think sometimes they play too short and don't extend the field too much.
Yeah,
there's times when he's making runs and they don't do it.
No. See, I'm talking about the Sassuolo. Technically, they're good because they don't make a mistake to the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't make a mistake.
Yeah, their technique is very good.
You mean like Dybala crossing it in the center of the field to no one?
Well, that was one of my things. He crosses the ball to no one, gives Kamaka a shot on the other end where Szczesny had to come and save. That was just a careless pass to me. That's why Dybala, to me, his head's not in it. Like, you're just kicking the ball around. You don't really care.
I think
that's what it looks like to me.
For sure. It's unfortunate because we all love Dybala. Like,
Did you see the goal that Raspadori score? With the nice pass from Berardi.
But
it was like 5 quick passes and they got on goal.
Why can't Juventus do that?
No, because the player, they're not good for that.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Technically, like, they're not as good. Like, Zachary and Danilo aren't as good as Fratesi and Lopez with the ball.
I guess, but they're capable of doing.
Yeah, and they can. Sassuolo can attack you from every angle, every flank, everywhere. You don't know where their attack's coming from. They can do it everywhere.
They're not scared to. Juventus is more when they got the ball.
After all this, nevertheless, we had our chance too. Don't forget.
Yeah, but not. I mean, Sassuolo had the better of the opportunities.
After we scored with Bala, the Morata could have scored by head.
Yeah, he shot it wide. Yeah.
I didn't realize these stats, man. 63% possession, 22 shots for
No, Christopher, that doesn't mean nothing. 63%.
I mean,
because you see, when you have a possession and you don't get nowhere, that's
Yeah, but they did get somewhere. They did get more
No,
opportunities.
but our defense kept good.
Yeah, it didn't convert to goals, but it converted to the better play, is what Chris is saying.
And they had a lot of chance. Juventus had a lot of chance. Even when they switched the game to De Sciglio or Bernardeschi, if De Sciglio was more convinced not to make hands or things like that's occasion, could have been.
Yeah. Well, I think the important thing for Juventus is getting the 3 points, and now literally 1 point away from third place. Which I mean,
does that matter?
It does matter. Yes, of course it
matters.
matters.
Sure, it matters. Even when they do the
drawing for Euros and all that stuff. Yeah.
Instead to go 35th, they go the second.
Well, I think Allegri should send a gift to De Laurentiis because Napoli fucking blows.
We'll get to that game after, but let's switch over to the Inter game because I want to save Milan after that because they played after. So this game, 3-1 win for Inter over Rome. This was a very poor performance from Rome.
This is bad. This is what you're used to seeing from Rome. Like, this isn't what they've been doing, but this is, like, bad.
Yeah, I mean, in a big game to just not show up and...
No, the Roma, you see what I understand from Roma, especially for his coach, Mourinho. You lose 2-0 in the first half, and the second half start with 2-3 people new.
Yeah,
you up for
but you know what? He usually does make changes.
He does.
But he didn't.
Why wait to win?
He's not scared to. But my question is, you think Allegri would have made a change? No.
No.
Because
they're not good to speak. You know what to say. Losing 2-0, come in the second half with the same player. That means you're happy.
2-0.
What you say?
2-0 is a very dangerous lead because the other team can get very comfortable and they can put the other team back in the game. So like. You can totally come back from 2-0, but I agree. He should have made changes for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Ibanez is, to me, you guys, I know some of us I don't like Ibanez.
Ibanez is good.
I don't think he's a good
defender. I tell you one more thing, Daniel. Roma is a good player, a good team.
Yeah.
And they can do better. If Juventus could do better this year, Roma could have done better too. So, the two most paid good coach, Allegri and Mourinho, that they think they are a god. They could do better.
I found another typo. I didn't
know. I was just gonna say I'll give $5 whoever can find the next typo. Patricio's in net for Rome, not Magnan. So for me, talk about Inter because you got to talk about Inter because with this game they played ahead, before Milan and they win this game and they go into first place. With the same amount of games, they had. I will say, obviously I'm not a fan of Inter, but the Dumfries goal, Çalhanoğlu, and I'm not a fan of his. I don't think he's good. A very nice.
No, played a good game.
He played a good game, and it was a beautiful through ball that he gave to Dumfries.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play.
Brozovic, coming back from the injury, doesn't usually score. They give him space in the box. He roofs it, upper 90 shot. And then the third goal was Lautaro, right? He's scoring now, so that's dangerous. He had 2 midweek, and now he had another one. It's not a good sign for the rest of the league when, if one of their strikers are putting the ball in the net, it's going to be very hard to beat.
I still think you know what I hope? Wednesday they play Bologna. I hope Bologna play the way he played against Juventus.
I agree.
If you play against Juventus, Inter has such a time.
That game is not going to be easy. I mean, Inter's played now, a game last weekend, a midweek game last week, a game this week, a midweek game this week, and then a game this, weekend. So they got 5 games in 3 weeks that they're playing. They're going to be tired. Who knows what lineup they're going to put in for the midweek game. This is a huge. This to me decides. If Inter wins the championship, if they get the 3 points versus Bologna.
If they don't win, it's more like they win the championship.
No, but I mean, Milan's schedule is so hard. Milan's schedule is so hard.
Listen, yesterday Milan won against the Lazio. They want to win.
That game was huge. That game, I mean, was so big. We'll get to it, but to stick to this game, if you have anything else to say about this game.
I think Inter's going to win it, so that's
I
I
don't
don't think.
know. I just look Wednesday. I hope Bologna play the same we play against us.
What's the deal with Bastoni? Is he suspended or hurt? What's
No, he was just want to rest.
Yeah, he was just resting. Like I said, they're playing a lot of games. They need to rest. And actually,
no? But I
Yeah,
thought because he
but
played
that
last
doesn't
year.
mean that doesn't mean nothing because the Marco play good.
yeah,
So
yeah. I don't think you could look at any of Inter's players and say they had a bad game. Like Perisic did what he did. Checo was okay, but Brozovic, played good. Chananoglu, Dumfries, they had solid games all around. It was a quality effort and a
They're a
game
good
that
team.
you expected to be closer. And Rome they shit the
that's
bed.
the,
They did not
the
do it.
whole thing I criticize is Roma in the second half should change it 2 or 3 players. That's
Yeah,
what I would do if I was a
make
coach.
changes earlier. Yeah, I agree.
Mhm. And it's interesting. He's dropping Mkhitaryan, which I spelled his name wrong too. Is dropping him back further. Oliveira, Veretout, beginning of the season was, their big guy. Last year he was huge for them, and now he barely plays. I think they want to get rid of him.
Yeah,
So
he's out
Oh,
next year.
Veretout,
there are two they want to get rid of him.
But he's a
yeah,
good player.
he's okay. I mean, he's got his specialties that he does, but he's non-existent
Yeah, but
anymore.
then again, going back to what the coach think, things like that. Mourinho say he wants a good player. He's some guy. The player he want, for example, he want Sergio,
Yeah,
who's yeah, he doesn't do that thing. Great guy, He want to play the plays game.
yeah.
Even your idol Daniel Abram. Sometimes it's like
Abraham
it's
did
not
not have
there.
a strong game. Yeah.
Sometimes like it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they didn't really get him the ball that
Yeah,
much.
Now,
Yeah.
he's not
I
the ball.
personally think the Roma is a good player. And when you are in the difficulty, and that's a teach us. Remember the game we lost in Champions League with the Villarreal.
Yeah.
The coach he made the change. I say when he saw himself in the difficulty, he start to make a change and change the game.
Mhm.
Now you lose it to nothing. You should not be satisfied.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
mean,
same player.
especially this late in the season when you're right on the heels of Champions League and you're just satisfied with like a 2-0,
No,
you know,
He make
and
some change.
and
Maybe
you're
do
right
something.
because Mourinho has made changes at halftime, 3 or 4 subs. Like he's not scared to. So it's
mm,
surprising
No,
to
but
me.
Mourinho in a part, but after part, he's glad that they lost to Inter because in the end, it's Inter history.
I will say it was nice that the Inter fans were chanting his name at in the second half, and then they felt bad for Inzaghi, and then they were chanting
And now,
Inzaghi's name.
and, and now then, I mean, the scores, it's when Inter was the triplet. He was not the best team because I remember the semi-final with Chelsea. Chelsea kicked their ass. They were just luck.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
who
listen,
cares?
in any tournament you have to get a little lucky. I mean,
Yeah,
Italy this summer was lucky at
yeah,
some
but I'm
point. Every
talking
team
about to
gets
be the
summer
best game,
gets lucky.
the best game, the best team, the best coach. That's bullshit.
You can't take that away from
Yeah,
them.
you
Though.
can't.
That's
I mean,
pretty
listen, they won
remarkable.
three titles in 1 year. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, they did something right.
Yeah. But let's move to the Milan game because this game, they already had the results of, and I don't know if our producers there. There it is. They already had the result of the Inter game, so they knew Inter was ahead of them. So they needed at least a point. This game they win 2-1 versus Lazio, and Milan get a terrible start with the ball down the wing from Lazio, Milinkovic-Savic, which Kessi's on him and just lets him go, like the most lackadaisical defense ever. I guess he thought Theo Hernandez was going to track him, and he didn't go. So then he just had a wide open cross, which another assist for Milinkovic-Savic. Mobley taps it in. Perfect start for Lazio. After that, Lazio did jack shit. They were atrocious. They were so bad. And I was so upset that Milan was down and that they might not get the 3 points. Was very frustrating. In that first half, I don't know, did you guys see the play where Strakosha handled the ball outside of the box?
Yeah,
No.
Why was that not a red card?
No, it's not a red card.
Why? He even put his hands to his chest like he wanted to cup it.
It's not
To
red
me,
card
that
because they considered the position was on the side. It wasn't on this. You know, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. To me, I thought that could have been a red card, and Milan maybe should have been up with much of this game to go.
Yeah,
But
but he touched the ball with his hand, right?
with his hands,
So,
yeah,
so why is a red card?
outside of the
Out of
box,
the
he
box.
touched his ball with the
See, if
hands.
let's say the goalie come in, get the ball out to the air, right, with the hands.
Yeah,
It's a red card.
I mean, he was the last man, and he stopped the ball with his
No,
hands.
but that's it's the ball that didn't the
I
Milan.
mean, to me, he
He
stopped
didn't
the
have
goal scoring chance. It
what it
should have been
was.
red, but
Messia didn't have the ball that could have scored. He just did.
I guess. I mean, whatever. He got a yellow card. I thought they got lucky on that. But Milan, they couldn't get a goal in the first half. They come out. He does make a lot of subs. Zlatan came in. Giroud scores the first goal, and then you have to wait all the way to the 92nd minute where Tonali. So a couple things on this play.
I'm so happy for Tonali. First
Yeah,
of all,
it's friggin' awesome.
He, had such a shit season last year, and cut his salary, and everyone was giving him crap. For him to improve this much,
He cut the salary himself.
I know that's what I mean. And now he's an Italian national player now. He's
you
awesome.
know what's the final part there?
Juventus could have him.
No, Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't touch the ball at all.
He did. He had one shot.
Yeah.
What?
He had one shot when
both
central defenders for Lazio, and I'm going to talk about them, they missed the ball.
Then with the head that happened to the ball to go to Tonali. In that case, he's the saver. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the saver.
No, I'm not saying he's a savior, but I'm just saying
that's what they say.
Pioli made changes. That's what I'm saying. Like, he had to make changes, and he did, and they worked out, where they got the win, to come from behind win. But on the play where Tonali scores, there's two people on Lazio that had a disgraceful performance. The losing the ball on the wing, I don't even know who that was.
That's was the mistake from Modric.
Miricic, yeah.
He lost the ball in there.
Okay, but then also, when the ball comes in, and it's hit up for the first time, Tonali versus Acerbi, he just lightly taps Acerbi, and he goes flying to the ground like he was hit by a bullet.
Acerbi jump, he had the ball.
No. He bumped with Tonali and went flying towards the net. Watch it again, where he was barely touched and very weak, and then left Tonali wide open, and he could just tap it in. Acerbi's terrible, and I've been saying this for years.
He played. You know what I got upset to the guy? Did you see what's his name? Morris. He made a mistake in there. I think Acerbi, when they scored, he left, but he was hysteric, like he say, these people they there to steal the game from us at the end, And the guy went to it was your mistake.
Listen, this game doesn't surprise me. Lots is so inconsistent. They're so frustrating to watch.
But we have to see the Milan is sure you want to win.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they showed the most heart.
Sure they want to win.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This was a just result. This wasn't like Lazio deserved even a tie. Like, they sucked. Milan deserved the 3 points, and I'm so happy they got the 3 points.
Because in a way, it's Lazio. It's like Napoli. I mean, they don't play all 90 minutes. It look like then the second half they come down.
Yeah. But even in the first half, they didn't do much other than the goal.
Yeah, but the first half, they play okay. The first half, they were ahead the one goal.
Yeah, 26 goals for Mobile. We might not like him as the Italian striker, but he does score a lot.
Yeah, he scored in the Italian tournament. He got the national. That's what they say. But this guy Mancini, where you don't make him score like he scored with Lazio.
I don't know. It's like you're playing with better players too. Like, why can't you score? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, huge win. So they stay above Inter. And again, like we said, Inter has the midweek game. To me, it's going to decide the season.
Let's hope they can hold it. We'll see.
I'm hoping Bologna can pull out at least a tie.
That's Wednesday, you said?
Yeah, that's Wednesday. Dom, do you guys have anything else to say about this game?
No, I wish Tonali was on Juventus.
Okay.
Yeah, but they don't talk about Tonali Juventus because Juventus did a lot of mistake with Tonali, Verratti.
I mean,
They look like
Inter made the bigger mistake with Tonali because they had him. They pretty much had him wrapped up and then didn't go forward with it. So, Inter had a strong chance for Tonali in the beginning and then they backed off.
Yeah.
So I think it also helped that Tonali's a huge Milan fan growing up and he really wanted to go there. So I think that helped his case.
I think the most frustrating part is they didn't even spend that much on him. That's what's frustrating.
No, yeah,
they got a good deal.
when you saw the season before when he was in second division, they were talking so much more money, when he was on Brace, and then they got him for a deal, really.
From Milan, who don't see that well, especially Barcelona bought him now. Kessie is not playing this.
Kessie hasn't played good the whole second half of the season.
He's been struggling.
So I don't know. Barcelona, they buy everyone. So who knows how much he's going to actually play over there? Because they got a strong midfield.
They got Pjanic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Pjanic, yeah. But I don't think Kessie's going to be starting every game at Barcelona.
No, because even if Pjanic went there, he didn't play.
Yeah, and but Pjanic is not a Barcelona player. Like he should have never went there.
They did that just for the books.
Yeah, that was like helping each other out. Dom, go to the card of all the other games, and we'll talk about. I do want to talk about the Napoli-Empoli game, which Empoli won 3-2. Napoli was up 2-0. Pretty much, in control of the game, and then the last 10 minutes of the game, and this is an Empoli team who hasn't won a game since December 12th. That's the last time they won.
You know what they say about Napoli. It's not used to win, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And plus, with Spalletti, they criticize him and they criticize the team. I mean, I like Spalletti, but they criticize L'Inter in Napoli look like he cannot play 90 minutes. He lost the game at the end all the time.
Well, all it took was 10 minutes for Empoli to score 3 goals.
All the time, 7 minutes they scored 3 goals.
That's crazy.
And the way they scored the goals, I mean, the first one, Malqui gives it away on his own, basically 20-yard line and a quick goal. The second one, Moret, kicks the ball into Pinamonte after dribbling around, and it goes into the net.
But I think this is part of fault. It's the president. Because it's like Juventus, they are in a situation. Insigne left for Toronto already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They talk about a lot of people. They're going to leave next year. Mertens, he don't want to resign.
Yeah.
Fabio Ruiz, Real Madrid don't want. I mean, even the club. If you lose 3-4 people like this. What are you going to do with?
It depends how they reinvest. It depends how they
reinvest.
Let's not forget, Osimhen might leave too.
I mean, Osimhen, people are going to want, they're going to offer. I don't know that they want to give up on him already. They just got him.
No, but if they can make money, they're going to do it.
They spent a ton of money on Osimhen.
Yeah, but
they have to sell.
Transfer, people are giving shit for that transfer. It's very fugazi.
Then another thing is they're talking about this. The president, De Laurentiis, he don't go along with no coach.
No, he's an asshole.
But also,
Gattuso.
I heard rumors that he might want to be getting out of the game and selling the team, possibly soon. So we'll see. We'll see about that too. But really, Empoli's only real goal was the third goal. The Bajrami cross to Pinamonte was a beautiful ball, and they deserve that goal. The other 2 goals were just basically given to them, and this knocks Napoli out of the top title race, and also now, like we said, only 1 point ahead of Juventus. They're lucky Rome lost because Rome would be right on the heels of them too, Mm-hmm. So a terrible performance, and that's coming off the loss to Fiorentina too. Like they just collapsed at the end of the season, like always. So terrible results from them.
And they have the team, though. They have the team.
Listen, I like their roster a lot. They
have the team. Just I guess maybe they are. It's a matter of president uh, 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 preparation, physically. They not go up to the 9 minutes.
which is crazy because it's only one game a week. It's not like they're playing midweek stuff or anything like that. They're not.
Yeah, but they also don't rotate their lineup nearly as much. Like they play the same guys over and over.
I mean, who though? I mean, everyone does. Inter does it way more than them, and they can still do put out better performances than that. Like
I feel like Inter mixes it up a little bit more than Napoli. Every time I look at their roster, it's the same lineup starting.
maybe the front four. I mean, Zaccagni, comes in. Not him. They have. Insigne plays usually. Lozano and Politano are the only ones that usually rotate.
But they have a Patagna too.
But Tanya hasn't played much.
He hasn't played at all. That's my point.
Zelensky plays sometimes. They rotate enough. Their midfield
They have
rotate.
the Mexican. What's his name?
Yeah, Lozano plays on and off.
Lozano. He play.
I don't necessarily agree with that because I think Inter definitely plays their starters more than Napoli. We'll run down the rest of the games. If you have something to say about it, jump in. Torino beat Spezia. They deserved the win 2-1. Lukic had 2 goals. Atalanta beat Venezia. Venezia's now, they beat them 3-1. Venezia's now in last place.
It sucks because they're such a fun team to root for, like their fans and everything, and they're just gonna go back down. So it blows because they have players too. Like,
well, I think
they're gonna leave.
I think they're like in the beginning of the season they were way too young and didn't have enough like veterans on it, so they don't know how to like win really.
Yeah.
You had
but you usually when the tournament start, right? Especially this team, let's say, like Venezia, things like that, they give it their best. And the other team, they are not in shape complete. Like the big team, they're still there.
Yeah, that's why they got like a hot start.
They did start decent. Yeah. It sucks. I feel bad for them.
Yeah. I mean, they're not a first division team. They should get relegated. They're not good.
Well, at the beginning, impressed me a little bit ago. What's his name? Busio. But lately, he didn't do nothing.
He played this game. He started and played. What else? We had Verona tie Samp 1-1. Caputo did score, Chris.
Yeah, he missed the penalty.
He missed the penalty and then got the rebound. But he did score. That's 60 goals for him in first division. He hasn't been there much, very long. What, 3 seasons he's been there?
A few years,
yeah. So he has put the ball in a lot, even though he's on the decline. Kopari scored against his team, because he's owned by Sam, but he scored. You had this game was huge. Salernitana beat Fiorentina 2-1, and not that they just beat them, but they dominated that game. I don't know if you guys watched. They deserved it. 3 wins in a row, 9 points in 8 days. They only had like 3 wins, I think, the rest of the season. But the best part is handkerchief. The best part of the the best part of the game for me were their fans. Their fans have been crazy all season.
Oh, their coach taking off his shoe.
No, that wasn't that. That wasn't that.
Yeah, Nicola.
Nicola. Yeah. He took his shoe off like he was going to beat his players. But their fans have been awesome.
No, he's there. There's that guy because he's a small guy. Some players going to kick his ass.
He's old school, man. I love him.
Yeah, what he took his shoe off like he's an old Italian grandmother, like he was gonna beat somebody. It was
a couple times. It wasn't just once.
It was pretty funny. But they responded, and his team played their heart out. They played so well. They could have scored more than 2. Great result for them, and I'm pulling for them. I want them to stay up. You had Bologna tie Udinese 2-2. Hickey scored 5th goal of the season. We're on Hickey watch over here. Udogie scored again too. Udogie's very good. You had
Italian.
Genoa 1, Coyote 0. I think two of us predicted a 0-0 draw in that game, and it almost ended that way. They scored in the 92nd minute or 88th minute or something like that.
From what I saw, it was like the most boring game in the world.
It was pretty boring. I was watching some of that game. I don't know why, but it was pretty boring.
I don't know. I don't understand this. I mean, the Cagliari, why don't you try to play better, to beat? I mean, to try to win the game.
I think they were trying to win. What do you mean? They're
No,
both trying.
No, Cagliari.
I mean, what, they were satisfied with 1 point, you're saying?
Yeah, I think they play for the 1 point.
I think when the standings are that close and you're playing against a team who's direct rival with you, you want to go for the 3, you know. But
That's
yes,
what
they
I
should play
say.
better.
Yeah, you should go for 3 points, not to 1 point.
Yeah, I mean, I would
You go
always
for
do
a point till you lose. Yeah.
Teams suck, man.
Both those teams, I mean, yeah, they're pretty poor. So that's the roundup of those games. Dom, do you want to go to the standings?
Now it's interesting. Now it's going to be interesting now. Huh? From Sampdoria down, they have to.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the bottom of the standings is very interesting. So the left side, top 4 stays the same. You have Milan, Inter, Napoli, Juventus, 74, 71, 67, 66. Inter, like we said, will play their makeup game midweek, and we'll see if they can go even with Milan. Rome's dipped. Fiorentina, pretty much the top 4 is settled.
Yeah, Fiorentina has a game in hand too.
Fiorentina has a game in hand, true. Yeah. But you're right. The interesting side is this right side of the table, because you have really, I mean, would you guys say Spezia's in the clear with 33 points?
Yeah.
They are, right? So you have the bottom 5 teams, Samp with 30, Cagliari with 28. Salernitana now moved up 2 spots to 25th.
Game in hand.
To 25 points. Genoa underneath them with 25, and then Venezia 22. And you're right, Salernitana still has a game in hand that I think they play this week.
I believe that game is versus Venezia.
Yeah, but Daniel.
Yeah.
If let's say Salernitana won the last 3 games, right? If the next 3 games and win, it's going to get to 34 points.
So they have an extra game too. You have to remember they have 5 games.
Yeah.
So you're saying if they win 3 out of 5, of course they're in. They're staying. But that's very hard to do, to win 3 of the last 5. Yeah. I mean, do you expect them to win another 3 games?
No,
right? Like if they get a possibility, what?
Sunday we're Venezia.
Yeah. 15 points Salernitana has a possible 15 points they can get the rest of the season. They get even, I don't know, 7, 8 points. They're probably safe. That'll bring them to 32.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, these rest of these teams are not.
Oh, Venezia has 1 game less too.
Yeah, they have 1 game.
So if Venezia win and get to 25, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I've said this before. I want to shrink the league. I want those last 2 spots. I only want an 18-team league, and I want a playoff for the relegation. The last, like Germany does, that would be way more interesting, because then you would have the entire right side of the table fighting for something at the end of the season. But I mean, this is still interesting too. At least it's close.
Time out. A playoff. How many teams in that playoff?
So to me, I think the bottom 3 get relegated. The bottom 2 automatically get relegated, and then you have a playoff for that last spot to go down.
Like the last 4 teams?
The last 6 teams, whatever.
Yeah,
6 teams above that. That would be fun. That would be so fun.
Yeah, but Daniel, but that's already they have a problem with too many games.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm dropping off 2 teams from the league. I'm making it 18
That's for
teams.
sure. You should go. There was a time there were 16 teams.
Yeah, I'm doing 18, and then 2 automatically get relegated, and then there's a playoff for that 3rd bottom one. That would be fun to me.
It's so crazy because there's 20 teams, but then you look at the MLS who now has like 32 teams, and it's like, I feel like it's so watered down.
But it's also like only 1 division. It's not.
I get it, but I feel like if they just
how many teams? 32 teams.
Yeah, MLS is huge now.
I feel
like
but
they divide it for tournament,
Well, they have 2 conferences, but then there's 1 champion still.
They do playoffs. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
They play a lot. How many games they do altogether?
I think they play
each
team twice too. They have a lot of games.
I think. I could be wrong.
Or maybe just the the conference twice and then each team once. I don't know what it is, but they play a lot of games.
But they don't have a championship, European League. They don't have this.
No, they do. They have the CONCACAF League, with the Mexican League and all. They have a lot of games.
I don't know. They shouldn't have, because the roster, they don't have a good roster.
It's too watered down.
It's a lot, but no, like I said, for me, I would chop off the bottom 2 teams automatically.
Yeah, but you know How long they've been talking to do say to 18?
But they should. The quality is so bad at the bottom. You just take them off. I'm telling you, make it very interesting at the end. All right, Dom.
That's not true either. Anyway, no,
What do
it's
you mean?
too many games because you have to understand that sometimes even the team that come from Serie B still, if they do 18, still belong down. You know what I mean? The people that come from Serie B.
Yeah, but still, like you are taking less bad teams there. Like there's less of the bottom there to me, and you're dropping off 4 games in the season for the teams up top, so it's less for them.
Yeah.
Instead of 38 for Juventus, it's 30, 34 that they have to play.
Yeah, and they could spread the schedule out a little bit so it's not so condensed.
I don't know. It's just, I know people talk about it. I would like to see it. All right, Dom, go to our predictions.
Coppa Italia,
We want to talk about. We got to talk about the Coppa Italia too.
You expect me to remember this?
Well, I mean, so to know what happened, basically, Inter advanced, Juventus advanced. Juventus was up 1-0 off the first leg, and then they win against Fiorentina 2-0. Again, Fiorentina had probably the better of the play. Would you say, right, in that game?
Yeah.
They had the better of the play.
but then again, they are better play. But for what? They score?
No, I know they didn't score. But Juventus advanced. I think once Juventus scored that second goal, it was going to make it very difficult for
Juventus won 2-0, right?
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
And 1-0 in there.
Yeah. So after that first goal from Bernardeschi, it was pretty much impossible for Fiorentina to come back and and win the game.
No, they could have win 2-1 and still go.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They had to score 2 just to tie it.
This surprised me.
No, 2-1 they would go up because the goal, I think,
The away
in
stuff.
Italy they still count.
Yeah. Okay. But even still, like I said, it was more difficult once Juventus took the lead. And that was a surprise to me based off how these teams were playing. Like I thought Fiorentina was going to win 2-1 and go through. But you give them credit. They made it to the final. They're the defending champions of that tournament. So they're going to look to win. That's Pirlo's legacy right there, winning the Italian Cup last year. We'll see how they go against Inter in the final.
Bob, do you expect them to win?
Yeah.
Versus Inter? I don't.
Yes. Because remember, the Super Cup, we play better than them.
Yeah, I agree with
that.
that.
Yeah, they played. Yeah.
We play better than them.
And even the last game,
and all the time it can be good for them.
Even the last game, in the regular season that they played against each other, Juventus played good. They didn't get the win, but they played better. So, Juventus does step up their game in the big games. That's what you got going for them. So,
question: where's that game held? Where is it?
It's in Rome, I think, this year.
Roma, they play Rome.
Yeah. And then Inter did win. I think the aggregate was 3-0. Yeah, because the first game was 0-0, and then they just pretty much dominated. They converted their chances. They had 4 shots on goal, and 3 of them went in.
But I think there was a chance. I think, and the 1-0 in Milan or something. There was.
So remember, Benacer scored, but they said Kalulu was offsides, and VAR returned it. A lot of talk about Inter getting all the VAR picks. All the advantages through VAR.
The best is Daddy on Facebook posting like an introvert jersey with the VAR sponsor on the chest.
Or no, the one he did today was
what?
Inter's lined up with all the referees.
The game is Juventus Fiorentina classify Juventus. Inter Milan classify VAR.
Yeah. But the one he posted today was hilarious with all the referees and striker and midfield and the whole lineup was referees.
And the other one,
final?
Did you see the Juventus against the VAR?
Yeah. He loves these jokes.
Did you see there was a picture of all the referee with the face? Did you see that?
Yeah, he's been all about it. That's the reason I go on Facebook, just to see what he posts
about. I share with you guys.
I know, I see it. Don't worry, I see it. Yeah, but it's going to be a good game, I think, either way.
I think we're going
you'll
to kick the ass.
Yeah, I think Juventus, that's what they're playing for. Is like they want to win something this year. The Italian Cup's their chance. So, and they do put in their best effort in big games.
They do. I can't get excited for the game.
No, a final. I can't get excited for that tournament. The final, I can get excited for. The lead up, no. We'll see. All right, Dom, throw up the schedule for this week. We'll make our picks. We'll get our. Go ahead. Oh yeah, well, let's see our picks. Yeah.
The baby sleep.
the baby sleeping. So big movement here. Frank is now in last place. He is not.
Our producer has said he has not got a point in 4 weeks.
Yeah, but you guys have to be careful too. I'm 11 points.
All right, well, relax. You got to pick it up because Frank
You
hasn't
come on,
gotten
babe.
one right in 4 weeks. You won. You got the Juventus game exactly right, so you got 2 points. I got the Milan win right, and then Chris got the exact Milan score right, so he got 2. So it's Chris 62, I have 60, you have 51, and Frank is now in last with 50.
I just got good to do Juventus.
Yeah, that's it. The rest you sucked. Yeah.
Man, I was like a minute away from getting Genoa and Coyote correct.
Shut up. I was a minute away from getting the freaking, I don't know, one of those games, right? Yeah, according to this the other way, Chris. All right, Dom, play your music. All right, so we will get my screen's black. I don't know what the producer did. We will get Frank's pick through text message or something. So we're going to pick the 4 games, and then he'll just pick his thing. So we'll still do 4, okay? And remember, this doesn't list the 4 midweek games. There are midweek games. They're not listed here, but the big one is the Inter game, which we'll see. So who wants to go first?
Are we going to talk about Inter Bologna too?
You can pick that one.
You can pick that one if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do you?
1-1.
Okay.
Who's
Chris?
home? Does anyone know?
I think Bologna's home, right? I think. I don't know off the top of my head. I should know that, but I don't. I think Bologna, but I'm not sure.
I want to pick tie, but I'm going to pick 2-1 Inter.
2-1 Inter?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I've picked Inter all year. I'm saying 2-1 Bologna. I'm just really rooting for Milan. I want them to win it all, and I feel like Inter needs a 0 on this week.
That would be cool.
So that's what I'm going with. And Inter's game, we're not going to pick this one, but Udinese is not an easy game this weekend.
No, they've been playing decent.
Yeah, they've been playing strong, so that's not an easy one. On 3 days rest. All right, Chris, pick a game.
Atalanta and Torino. I'm going to say 2-1 Torino.
2-1 Torino. I'm going to say 2-2 draw.
Yeah, I say the same thing, 2-2.
Okay. There's really not that many good games. Actually, you know what game I'm going to pick? The Derby, Samp versus Genoa. This game's freaking huge. Out of all the games
that's a good game.
Yeah, out of all, and these games, they're always
Oh,
fun
they
to
said
watch.
Napoli Sassuolo.
Yeah, we'll pick that as our 4th game, but I'm going to pick Samp Genoa because
Milan and Fiorentina.
Wait, also timeout. I think I messed up. Atalanta doesn't play Torino. They play Salernitana, so we can.
Oh yeah, that's Salernitana. All right, so we didn't pick that one then.
Yeah. So
know your logos, Chris. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm like blind. It's so small right now.
I know. The producer can make it a little bigger.
So we'll go Milan Fiorentina.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good game. I'm gonna say 1-1.
So you have Inter drawing midweek, and then you don't even have Milan capitalizing?
Nope.
Oh, my God. All right, what do you say?
No one wants to win this year.
I say 2-2.
You two have them drawing? Jesus Christ. I'm saying 2-1 Milan. And they're not, after winning that game versus Lazio, they can't have a letdown here. They need to keep putting the pressure.
That's not an easy game. I know
it's not an easy game.
Lost the last 2, but it's not an easy game.
I know,
but don't worry about it. Inter is going to lose to Udinese.
All right, I'm still picking Samp Genoa as my game. And I'm going to say neither of these teams are good or want to win, so we're doing a 1-1 draw.
I'm saying 0-0.
say
No goal for Caputo?
No.
I say 1-0 for Sampdoria.
Sam sucks, man.
I mean, they get 3 points here. That's huge for them.
That's the all chance they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need a new coach.
Yeah, well, yes, we said that. All right, the last one we want to pick is Napoli Sassuolo. Is that the one you guys wanted to go with?
Yeah.
Yeah, but c'è Udinese Inter, no?
No.
No, we already picked an Inter
already
game. I don't want to
picked
pick two. Napoli
What?
Sassuolo.
It's in Naples.
It's in Naples.
2-1 Sassuolo.
I agree with him. I think Sassuolo wins this game 2-1.
I was gonna agree with him too.
Go ahead, you can pick it too. Yeah.
I'll just be different. 3-2.
Is Meret playing again?
I don't know.
Because
Right.
he sucks. He's not
Yeah,
good.
The
Oh,
telecast was
Buffon did another papera today, yeah?
Did he?
Yeah,
I didn't see.
they lost the game. 2-1.
I didn't see. I mean, every goalie does it. It's just, that was huge for him.
But-
It's
Meret.
the same thing. Same thing. We lost the ball to the forward.
But I said this to you the other day, Dan, when I watched the highlights of that game. I said I feel like it happens every week now.
And when Strakosha did the same exact
Yeah.
thing, he gave the ball away. That's what.
These big blunders from the goalie.
Yeah, everybody wants these goalies to be able to use their feet, and they pass the ball back to them. Meanwhile, they suck. There's a reason they play goalie.
Yeah, they're not.
They can't. They don't have the technique.
Mhm.
But they still just want to pass it to them.
Yeah.
If I want to play one goalie to play with his foot, I would get to Sepe.
Sepe's good. Ospina's good with his feet. Even Milinkovic on Torino is good with his feet. But a lot of goalies are not good with their feet, which is the way it should be.
Mignan is good with his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnarumma solid too, right? Sorry, I got to throw that jab at him. All right. That's going to end it, right? Anything else? Like, subscribe.
I said, Linter will play Udinese,
Yeah.
and we didn't pick it that team.
I mean, how many? Go ahead. Give us your pick. What do you think?
Oh, no, just for Frank. I'm going to pick.
We did 4 already. We picked 4 games.
So we didn't pick Udinese Inter.
Yeah, Frank just joined the chat. Frank, we'll get your picks through text, all right? But you do suck at picking, so if you want to bet, pick against Frank, and you'll win.
Yeah.
We'll text you, Frank, the games. But like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, follow on YouTube. We tweet every once in a while. We put on Instagram every once in a while. And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right.